Hello beautiful and wonderful people, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. My name is Beatrice Chingi. This is the place where we get empowered, motivated, inspired to live our great lives ever. Everything motherhood, marriage, parenting, wealth, finances, everything that takes us ahead. If this is the kind of content you're interested in, please like, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time a video is up. Today we are going to be talking about a very important topic in the life of a mother, and that is mom guilt. Mom guilt is one of those syndromes that disturbs most of us. It's just a feeling of not doing enough as a mom. You feel you're not doing the right thing for your child, you're not making the right decisions, you're messing up everything. And so you feel your child is going to be harmed or hurt in the long run. This feeling can be temporary, like feeling, the need for your child to, sleep at a certain time. If the baby sleeps past that time, you feel very, very uncomfortable. You feel you want to be perfect, or you want them to eat and then they are not eating and you're feeling guilty. My kid will grow thin, they will not, be healthy enough. Or sometimes these feelings are long term. How? Your child turns out in a certain manner and you feel like you didn't do enough back in the days. Maybe they are getting wrong grades, or they're failing to get jobs because of the kind of career they took, and you feel as a parent or as a mom you didn't do enough to help your child succeed in life. This is not a normal feeling, and it's something that we need to overcome. Either it originates from your personal insecurities, from childhood traumas that happened to you, from peer pressure of other moms who are posting on social media feeling like they have got it all together. So when we know where it's coming from, at times it helps us find how to control it. Sometimes mom guilt is not a bad feeling, as in sometimes it is a signal to us that we need to change some things up. Like you look at your baby and your baby is malnourished. Maybe it's an alarm to wake you up and say, well, do something about this, improve on your baby's diet. But most of the time, moms or us mummies, we feel guilty and pressurized. Sometimes because of the way things are turning out, we don't give ourselves a chance to rest, a chance to, to feel like we are doing it, to feel like we are doing enough. We're always judging ourselves, comparing ourselves to other people who may seem to be getting it all together. Where this feeling becomes a problem is when it starts cropping on your mental wellness. When you are away from your children but you keep calling home like 1,000 times. I'm guilty of that. Sometimes I call home and my friends are telling me, Beatrice, that is enough. That's enough. The baby is okay. And if it starts cropping on your mental wellness, where you feel you're stressed out almost all the time and it even shows, please, this is a sign for you now to do something, to rest. Give yourself some credit. You've done yourself so well. You've done a great job. Your children are going to turn out well. This feeling is starting to, crop on your mind, and you already made decisions that are good for you and good for the child. Then it becomes bad. For example, a breastfeeding mom, a stay-at-home mom, posts a photo of her and the baby while she's breastfeeding this baby, and yet makes comments like, well, look at how my baby has turned out, very healthy, all thanks to the decision I made to stay home and feed my baby. And yet for you, you've just gone back to work and you started your baby on formula. These are all two decisions, but they are for different people. You should embrace your decision and be happy about it, and not compare yourself to the mother who is staying home to feed their baby. You're not doing a wrong thing by you going to work and starting your baby on formula. Your baby will turn out well. This is not the time for you to compare yourself with this mom who is posing on social media to seem like she's got it all together. We are all a work in progress. We are all mummies, you know, on the job. You should appreciate yourself and give yourself some credit. You're adequate, you're enough. Some of the solutions that you can do when you find yourself in this situation of mom guilt, which we all suffer from: sit down and reset. Find out, where is this stemming out from? Where is the insecurity coming from? Let me give you an example, a personal example. Our first place where we stayed, we were in an enclosed gate, and there were 2 houses. One was a boys' quarter. Because of the traumas I had when I was a child, because of the fears, I've grown up in Kampala. They steal kids, they rape kids. People around me, my brothers, my husband, my friends, know how protective I am of my children. All my children, I think the 3, have not grown up playing outside without my supervision. Even when I'm in a gate, I always thought like the neighbors will harm them. The neighbors, meanwhile, it's a guy, a brother, one guy with 2 sisters. They love these kids, but every time they would call them, I would look through the window just to see if they're going to hurt them. I would find my friends who are not staying in places which are enclosed, leaving their children to, move around, play. And I would find it weird. How can a mother leave their children to, roam around like this? This is exactly how my mom grew me up. In Mengo, you would think we were not in an enclosed place, but always our door was always closed 24/7. Someone knocks, you look through the window, who is it? You find out. If it's someone you know, you call mom. And this is how I've grown up my children. Thank God I saw it. I sat down and said, Beatrice, I'm denying my children a right to play outside, to experiment, to play in the dirt. Even without my supervision, they will be okay. I'll tell the maid, when the children are going out to play, please sit on the veranda in their own compound. Not even in a place where it's, it's open. If I walk at night and I find children going to the shop to buy things, maybe like 5 years, I'm like, over my dead body, I can never send my 7-year-old to the shop. Do you know what other thing I'm struggling with right now? Our baby, our firstborn is in P5 and going to a pre-candidate class. To make a decision for me to take her, or us with my husband, to take her to boarding is going to be so hard. Up to now, I'm still wrestling. I went to boarding when I was in P4. I keep thinking our era was much better than this era. Of all the things I hear, I keep seeing on social media, the baby fell sick, they didn't report to the mothers, the baby fell, the teacher did this. My dear, all these things have, affected my judgment right now. And you feel like if anything bad happens to my child, it will be me. I'll have made a wrong decision. But a friend of mine at work told me, Beatrice, if you take your baby to boarding in this candidate class, it will be the best decision you've made for her, because then she'll be able to concentrate. I'm like, no, I'd rather leave one job. And I keep, taking her to school as I pick her, as we revise, like I'm going to be on her. But when will I be able to be, doing other things if I'm going to be on my kid? Have you read math? Have you read science? Which topics now? Which topics are you not well? Myself, I went to boarding in P4. I was not eaten some of the ways to overcome mom guilt, though sometimes it may not, go completely, but at least you can get it in control so that you're not, controlled by it. You need to find out where it's coming from. Personally, it's coming from childhood, how I was brought up. And so the generations have changed. I need to find out better ways of reasoning. I should reset, take care of yourself first. Take care of your mental health. Your self-care should be up. If you take care of your mind, you're going to be able to make the right decisions for your child and not feel guilty about them. And you're also going to be able to relax and know that things are going to be well. Give yourself some allowance for failure. We are not perfect. We learn from failing. I was this perfectionist mom. My baby has to take milk at 8 a.m., yogurt at 9 a.m., fruits at 11 p.m. when you look through and then they didn't eat the fruits at 6 p.m. and you see they didn't eat the fruits, you want to force them to eat the fruits when they don't even want them. At the end of the day, they will turn out well. So what you need to do is to relax. As long as they have got some calories in, relax, the baby will be fine. Listen to your child. Sometimes our children tell us when we need to stop, when mom is too much. I say do this, I say do this, please do this, are you listening? The child is telling you, no, mommy, no. Listen, and just, give yourself a break and let the baby be. Guard your truths, the things that you hold dear, that you know that are true to you. Guard them from people who may, nothing aggravates mom guilt like social media or peer pressure from fellow moms. So guard your mind from that. Protect yourself, even when someone looks at your baby. But I think according to the way the baby's hair is, you're not giving them enough proteins. In your heart of hearts, you're doing your best and you're giving them proteins. Don't let that get to you. Just tell them, thank you for your advice, and then move on. To summarize this, we might get to the end of motherhood and just realize how we missed out on so many opportunities to be happy or to let our children be happy and enjoy the moment. At the end of the day, you will realize my kids turned out well, and then you'll give yourself credit. And so live in the moment, give yourself some allowance, and enjoy motherhood. Bye.